All right, how you guys doing? Yeah, still on the road, still pumping out videos, right? All right. Whoa. Anyhow. So I keep doing these crazy videos, and I know everybody's just shaking their head. They're looking at my videos and just shaking their head like, man, this fucking guy, dude, this guy. Yeah. You know, it's like my employer could just look up my name, and then it's gonna show my internet stuff, and it's in this, my YouTube channel is gonna pop up, and then my employer is gonna be looking at this like, what the fuck, this guy's doing videos? What the fuck, this guy's practicing his First Amendment right to free speech? What's this fucking, what the fuck is this, right? And then my employer is gonna watch my videos, and everybody's shaking their head like, man, you're risking your job, you're risking life and limb to practice your First Amendment right, man. No bueno, bro, no bueno, man. Yep. I'm putting all this success, all this opportunity for success, I'm putting it at risk by doing YouTube videos, and so you know, I'm going to be losing all kinds of opportunity by doing this channel. You know, there's like all this opportunity that I'm going to be losing, like any opportunity that I might have had to get some really good job that pays good money. There's no way I'm gonna, you know, I've just squandered that opportunity by doing this YouTube channel. And why? What is it about anyways? I mean, what, you're just sitting here talking about homelessness and motel rooms and people with jizz on their hands touching light switches, and you know, and everything is nonsense. Like, wow, dude, this guy, wow, man, just shaking your heads. You guys are all just like, this guy. Doesn't this guy know that anybody can type his name up and then it'll show up on the internet, and then, you know, yeah, right. Well, anyway, so yeah, I don't know anything. I know very little anyways. I mean, I don't know, dude. I just, you know, I just speak my mind on this channel, because it's really the only opportunity I have to speak my mind, because, you know, you can't, because this is the land of the free, you know, and we have freedom of speech to speak our mind. And so, you know, that's why I can't speak my mind, because, you know, this is the land of the free speech and stuff. The only opportunity I have to speak my mind is talking into a camera. And, you know, a lot of people that are, you know, friends or whatever, they might like find my channel because they looked up my name, and because they're, you know, they're you know, cyber stalking me, and then they want to look at what have I been saying and doing online, you know. And then they're watching my channel. That's probably where I get some of my subscribers. I don't know. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I personally think that's weird. Me personally, to look up somebody online and be like cyber stalking them to try to, you know, look at what is their online history, and like, that's, to me, that's weird. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I can't afford to anyways. I'm a slave, so. Slaves do not have that luxury. So anyways, yeah. But uh, but yeah, no, like my views, you know, I would. There's a good chance that because of my views that I express freely on my channel, that my views would I would lose like a lot of people that are supposedly my friends would get upset with my views, and then they wouldn't. They'd be like, "Fuck this guy," which is fine. That's fine. Like whatever. I've always liked. I subscribe to the Dr. Seuss philosophy, which is be who you are and say what you feel, because those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. So let's explore this together. Be who you are and say what you feel. Why? Why would I just be who I am and say what I feel? Well, because those that matter in my life, they don't mind that I be who I am and say what I feel. The people that matter in my life, they don't mind me being who I am and saying what I feel. And the people that don't matter are the ones that mind. The people that have some kind of problem with me being myself and saying how I feel, they're the people in my life that don't matter. Like, I don't need those people in my life. If somebody has a problem with me being who I am and saying what I feel, well, then I don't need that person in my life. Like, it doesn't matter whether that person is in my life, and if it doesn't matter that person is in my life, and they have a problem with me being who I am and saying what I feel, well, then if they have a problem with it, then just go away. Go away. See, I like that. I think Dr. Seuss is right. And if I just be who I am and say what I feel, then that filters out the people in my life that matter from the people in my life that don't matter. Because the people in my life that don't matter are going to have a problem with me being who I am and saying what I feel. The people that don't matter in my life are going to want me to say what they want me to say, and are going to want me to be what they want me to be. And I don't need those people in my life, and I do not prefer to have them in my life, because if they're in my life, then they're constantly going to be trying to figure out how to manipulate me to be what they want me to be, and try to manipulate me to say the things that they want me to say. Speak in scripted dialogue and be an automaton, and like, fuck that. And so by being who I am and saying what I feel, it's kind of it helps to ensure that I am who I am. Because I want to be me. I don't want to be what someone else wants me to be. And I want to speak my mind. I don't want to speak in like scripted dialogue where I'm just saying what people want to hear. Fuck that. Like, fuck that. Why would you want to be what someone else wants you to be and say what someone else wants you to say? Like, fuck that. So I think, I think that Dr. Seuss is right. Be who you are and say what you feel. And by me publishing it on YouTube, then if some creepy person wants to like try to cyber stalk me and pay money to follow my internet trail to find out what am I talking about and what are my thoughts and views and stuff, you know, well, go, yeah, that's good, because then when they discover that they don't like who I am, and they don't like how I feel, well, then that's just one more person weeded out of my life. Like, it's like, okay, go away, you know, go away. No offense to anybody, but I don't want to be what you want me to be, and I don't want to say, I don't want to speak in the scripted dialogue that you want me to speak in. I want to say, I want to be who I am and say what I feel, not what you want me to be and say. So be who you are and say what you feel, because those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter.